No. To Chad's point, bro, quickly. You called it beef. You called it beefing.
Yep.
You called it a challenge.
Yep.
Exactly what y'all are talking about. I'm gonna let y'all know what both of y'all said is forced communication.
Ooh. Communicating everything, boy. If you don't have communication, boy, it's over with.
Let me write that shit down. Forced communication.
Forced communication. Bro, because when y'all are arguing, and Chad, it's something you said that made me think about it.
Good one.
When you want to leave, when y'all beefing, what happens most of the time when y'all argue? Y'all argue, somebody
has an exit.
And goes, even if y'all sleep in the same bed, y'all hot, and then you go to work for 8 hours.
Man,
and then you come back home.
This nigga preaching.
Then you come back home, and then you done forgot that stuff.
Yeah.
When you are quarantined, I just did it for 3 weeks, me and my wife. It forced us to talk about every issue we had. Yeah. We have to watch this 5-month-old, this 7-year-old, this 9-year-old, and then we have to communicate about what our problems are.
Come on, Pastor.
Forced communication is what the quarantine.
But here's why. Like, look, the reason why, like, I've always used my life as an open book is because I never respected being in the church where the people preaching and leading us always painted the perfect picture. Because the reality is it's never perfect. So what we see is we see leaders and we're like, oh, that's what we're supposed to be. And we don't never see that they have issues in their marriage. We never see that they have issues with their kids, their family, financial issues. So when we feel like we're coming up short because we're not perfect, we're not like them. So for me, I always feel like keeping it real will help other people. Because the reality is every single relationship has challenges, and you said something key. And you know, Misha and I have been married 10 years, and the key is communication. And that's in any relationship, marriage, anything. Like, you got to be able to communicate. You got to have hard conversations, right? You know, so for people out there, like, that's really what it is. When you talk about marriage, like, you got to be, and you talk about relationships and quarantine and being at home right now, you got to be able to communicate. What did you say? Forced communication. You know what I'm saying? And there's a good book out there, and I hate to go this way and be all Mr. Professor, but Difficult Conversations is a book that you read, and it will help you understand the art and the science of communication, right? But it's work, man.